What's up, guys? So today we are doing a Targa conversion on the FRS. It hasn't been done many times. I think it's only been done like by one other person. But yeah, so we got the lines drawn out here. Measure thrice, cut once, I think it's a saying or something like that. Now, if you're following along at home, make sure that you reinforce the chassis first. A lot of people I've seen on the internet, just idiots, just cutting their roof off and they don't reinforce the chassis, and over time the car will taco into itself. So be sure you reinforce the chassis just to keep the rigidity and the structural integrity of the car, because it's supposed to be a composed box. Yes, even though I'm cutting the roof off, I'm still going to lose some rigidity, but I'm still maintaining a lot of it through the reinforcements that I've done. So underneath the car, I have about a, you probably can't see it, but underneath against the pinch weld, there is a 1.25 inch thick, long steel rail that goes across the entire pinch weld down there. Not everyone shows these reinforcements that they do, so I'm not even sure if they do before they do it. Like I said, it's just a lot of idiots online. So I'm just showing you what I did. And then from there we have a 1.25 inch tube that goes from the footwell way down there all the way on up back, all the way back into there, which I'll show you later on. And then on top of that, we got extra supports welded in here, as well as down here, which is probably hard to see right now, right there as well. So this isn't going anywhere, and honestly, on the drive here, you can call me a wussy for this or whatever, but the car felt almost too rigid. It felt a lot firmer and like stiffer than it did before. I don't know how to quite explain it, but you can feel almost everything a lot more. Yeah, it definitely feels firmer and stiffer. So I'm kind of relieved that I'm cutting the top off now, because it's just a little too firm for me at the moment. And I'm hoping it'll feel more normal, and may feel a little less than normal. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so let's get down to it. right, so here's the car now. I have the top back on obviously right now. I'm just working on building some temporary brackets. So here's like the game plan of what happened. So 2 days ago, I chopped the top off the car that night. Yesterday, I decided, you know what, we're doing a whole cage just because the chassis was still flexing a lot and I really could like barely even take it over like 50 miles an hour without it shaking aggressively. So if you're planning on doing this and if you're following along, just know that you're going to want to install at least a 6-point cage just to reassure that the chassis is getting you know, all the rigidity that it needs. The car feels 100% normal again. So I'm very happy with that. I could take it up to whatever speed I would like. So I am satisfied. With that being said, here's kind of, you know, the cage situation. This is not bad for a really rushed cage within a matter of a day. I'm very satisfied with this. This isn't the permanent cage. This is just for now because steel is hard to come by right now because of the pandemic. So we literally just picked up this steel from Home Depot. It's about 1.25 inches thick. It's not quite race spec. So we're gonna eventually chop this cage out and redo a proper one with, you know, real like hoops and like a halo hoop going along here, hoop going around here, because right now we literally just chopped tube and welded it up and made it work because the game plan is I am literally leaving from Los Angeles to Seattle, Washington here in like 2 hours, right? So I'm finishing up the final touches, right? So I'm just drilling a couple holes in the Targa top and the chassis of the car. And that way I can just zip tie it on if it rains, right? So, and then I'm just gonna fill in the gaps here with some duct tape, I guess, for now, because like I'm in a rush, I gotta hurry and get on the road to start going. So that's the plan. And then once I get up to Washington, I'm gonna do everything legit. I'm gonna fill in the seams there. I'm gonna make it look all like almost, I'm gonna do my best to make it look factory. And then I'm gonna put, you know, some real weather stripping on here, as you can see. And then I gotta build actually brackets so that it fits flush again. Because right now it's just sitting on the cage. But yeah, I don't really have time to do that right now. So working with what I got. First fully functional Targa top FRS, 1 of 1. All right guys, so cage is wrapped up. For the meantime, I just have tape here covering the sharp edges just because I didn't have time to quite grind it down and all that. So I'm just working with what I got for the moment, but once I'm up in Washington, we will be good to go and keep rolling. So for the meantime, excuse my messy hair, I've been all over the place today, and this wind that comes out of the roof doesn't help, right? But anyways, so from here, this is just heading up to Washington, literally like right now. So I'll it's actually the end of the video. So appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, if you're following along, keep in mind all the structural rigidity you need to add. Other than that, hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, peace.
The spotlight, that's all mine. It's our time. These long drives, these hard nights, they paid off. That's real life, that's real life. The spotlight, that's all mine. It's our time. These long drives, these hard nights, they paid off. That's real life, that's real life. This real life, I cannot explain what it feels like.